one of the big concerns I had about getting a heat pump off of Amazon was the shipping. In the past, we've gotten heat pumps and you have to get freight shipping. It involves coordinating with the shipping truck and it costs a lot. These just showed up today. I wasn't even here, and 2 boxes dropped off by UPS, standard 2-day shipping, free from Amazon. Yeah, not damaged, nothing. So I've just unpacked my Della heat pump, and it looks like it came with everything I need for install. I've got the mounting plate, the mounting template, control wires, 2 different sets. One is going to be power, one is going to be control. I have my 2 different refrigerant lines, the main line and the return line. I have the actual compressor, and then I have the air handler here. So here we are in the next phase. I've got my hole drilled through the wall there. You can see I've got the condenser piping coming out, the signal wire, the drain pipe. Here's the unit. It's very close. I'm going to have to cut this stuff short. And then this is going to be my power cord right here. We're going to hook all this stuff up and then see if it works. So we've just finished testing the unit. For leaks, I use just a combination of soap and water. You spray it on all the connections. And then we've disconnected from the service port, opened the refrigerant lines, put the safety caps back on. Now we're gonna go turn on the power and see how it works. So it just connected power and it made its little beep. So now we're gonna go run through the test process, which is outlined really well in here, gotta say. I'm going to go to mode, cool. So relatively easy. You turn it on, you turn it to the coldest setting, and then you let it run for 8 minutes, and then you do the same with heat. Go outside, check if the drain is working. Everything is working, then we let it do its thing. So just completed the testing, just finished the last 8 minutes on heat, and it works great. So final thoughts here, I'm gonna go leave it on dry. It's summertime here in the basement. We just use it as a dehumidifier. I am gonna post an update in about 6 months after we've used it in the winter time to give a little bit of reflection on using it for a prolonged period of time. I'm not gonna peel the sticker off because my wife likes to do that. But just as an install project, I have installed heat pumps in the past. I'm not an HVAC technician. I will say this is the easiest heat pump I've installed as a non-HVAC technician. Directions were very easy to follow. You do need your own tools. If you're going to be cutting the lines, you need a flaring kit, a metric flaring kit. I had to go get a metric flaring kit. I only had a standard flaring kit. And you need a vacuum pump, as well as basic tools, drill with hole saws, that sort of thing, screwdrivers. But I will say, if you're trying to tackle this project, this is the easiest heat pump I've installed. Very easy to do as a DIY homeowner. So we've had our Della heat pump now for about 7 months. We've had it through a summer and now into the winter. We live in New England where it does get quite cold. Biggest concern I had was how is it going to handle the colder weather in terms of keeping this space, our basement, which is partially insulated, warm. It's done a great job of that. I've had no issues. I installed this myself, had no issues with it running. A couple of things I will say, it says required to get one of the Alexa things to run it. It is not required at all. We did not get that. I use both the remote, which works well, but I have found that I love the app quite a bit. It works really, really well. Super easy to use. Right there, you just pair it, and then you click on your device if you have more than one, and right there, it's easy enough. You can set all the functions. You can change, what are you doing? Are you doing cool, heat, dehumidify? Right now it's a warmer day and we just have it on dehumidify to purify the air and keep it dry down here so we don't get things like mold. This is a basement space. I've had no issues with the app. I've had no issues with the unit itself. I can't speak highly enough about this. It was relatively, I've made a video on this, but it was relatively easy to install myself as a non-HVAC professional, and we love it. This is a relatively small basement, about 350 square feet, and this unit, we have the 12K unit, very similar to all the other units, but it's done a great job. I think for the money that you're going to spend, this unit is easy to install and works pretty well. This is the third heat pump that we have in our house, and this is by far the easiest to install and has had no issues running and cooling and heating the space, so can't say enough about it.